Hello, and welcome to another update video about the Coinbase stock. I think it's time for an update because we're heading into a deeper support area. That support area, I think it was on the chart already in the last video. I do update Coinbase, obviously in our crypto community from time to time. So I did update it already there. I didn't watch the last video, but I think we already talked about this support area. I did have a very bullish escalation count on the chart already as a second scenario. That is not going to work out. So we are coming down in what I think initially already said was for me the preferred scenario. But we're going to zoom in a minute. First of all, we need to understand we had a 5-wave move down. That is certainly not bullish, but the chart has a chance now to rally in 5 waves from here. So we're tracking a potential 5-wave move to the upside, and we're currently coming down in a potential wave 2, which could provide an interesting entry point potentially for anybody who's looking for reward to risk setups which are favorable. So price moved off the January low in potentially an impulse to the upside, which we can count as a wave 1, and then an ABC structure to the downside in the yellow count. That would be a complete wave 2. Price reacted here to the area between, I think it was the 50% retracement and the 61 point. Oh, it actually reacted perfectly to the golden ratio. Now see, that makes it quite likely that this is already the wave 2, which is why this is the primary scenario. In the alternative, this was just the A wave. We have an overshooting B wave, and price is now coming down in the C wave. That would not be bearish, but it would come down a little bit lower. But we don't really need to deal with that as long as the yellow support box is holding. But if we see 5 waves down instead of just 3, then I would go with that one, because then we had an A wave, a B wave, and this is a C wave. And as long as it's not breaking below the January low, it still has a chance then to rally in basically the fallback scenario, in the following scenario, even though in this scenario, it should not drop below $39. Below 39, which is the 78.6 FIB level of that move, it's going to probably be bearish. Okay, it already will. This is going to be the warning level. So, but basically we've got 2 support levels. The first one is 56 for this scenario here in yellow, and the white wave count, which would allow for a deeper pullback, 39. Below 39, really bearish. Now we're now coming down into a support area after it completed wave 1 off, larger degree wave 3. It's coming down quite strongly, a bit directionless, but yeah, it's heading towards our support area. Now touching the $80 level, basically the 38.2 FIB level. Oftentimes you see a B wave bounce from there, sometimes from the area between the 50% and the 38.2 FIB level. So next support below that would be 72.68, 65.40, and then 56.40. We should get a B wave bounce here at some point. It's pretty much oversold now, so it would be quite reasonable to expect here a bounce here. It's not yet completely oversold, but quite low on the 4-hour chart already. Looking at the daily chart, it can go down lower, but that would be part of the C wave ideally. Okay, so we're watching that. Certainly the A wave can go a little lower. I mean, it hasn't given us any indication that a bounce is happening, but I would expect one shortly. Then it should do a B wave, which should form a lower high and a C wave down. The lower we go against or towards 56.40, the better the reward to risk ratio for a potential 3rd wave rally. That third of a 3rd wave higher here is actually the trade you really want to be in if you're trading this, because this would be very aggressive and normally very bullish. Depending on where we bottom, this 3rd of a 3rd wave, I mean, depends, how low we go. Let's say we come down to 65 maybe. Then the 1.618 extension could take us to 280. So it would be quite an aggressive move, but we'll see how high it will really go. But certainly it should take us above, certainly way above the July high, which was $114. So it's a very volatile stock, certainly interesting, which is why it's very popular at the moment. But first of all, we now need to see where do we find a low here. I'll keep you posted. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.